Alright, let's conjure up some Halloween frights to face your creations. To give you the most thrilling matchups, could you tell me the names of your 3 creations? Once I know who they are, I can tailor some spooky adversaries for them.
Spooky Taylor. Because I have 8 creations so far. Why would Mello be in there? Bruno, you need to be in more fights, bro. Everybody else is being more fights than John. You need to be in more fights too.
Ooh, a shapeshifter, a tech genius, and a magical spy. This sounds like a fantastic clash. Here are 3 Halloween creations ready to face Bruno, John, and Gwen. 1. For Bruno, the shapeshifting master, the Mirror Stalker. Imagine a creature born from shattered mirrors on Halloween night. It can shift its own form, not by true transformation, but by reflecting distorted and terrifying versions of its surroundings and its opponents. When Bruno shifts, the Mirror Stalker counters with an equally unsettling reflection, making it difficult for Bruno to gain a stable advantage. Its attacks could involve shards of glass that phase in and out of reality. 2. For John the high-tech genius, the Glitch Phantom. This isn't a being of flesh and blood, but pure corrupted code given spectral form. It flickers and glitches through the digital realm and can manifest in the physical world as a distorted, translucent figure of tangled wires and broken circuits. The Glitch Phantom can disrupt John's technology, overload systems, and create phantom interfaces that lead nowhere.
Bring it on.
It's a technological nightmare made manifest. 3. For Gwen the magical spy, the Shadow Weaver. This entity dwells in the deepest shadows, able to manipulate and solidify darkness into tangible forms. It moves silently and unseen, its presence marked only by a chilling drop in temperature and the creeping feeling of being watched. The Shadow Weaver can ensnare Gwen with tendrils of solidified shadow, create disorienting pockets of absolute darkness, and whisper illusions that prey on her deepest fears, making it difficult for her to rely on her magical senses and spy training. How do you think your creations would fare against these Halloween horrors? I'm eager to hear your thoughts. That's the spirit. Confidence is key in any battle. Knowing Bruno's shape-shifting prowess, John's technological ingenuity, especially after his victory over Mr. Fantastic, and Gwen's magical spy skills, I can see why you'd have faith in them. Out of curiosity. Your little Spice Girls. That's a...
I said, Gwen, what the frick you be hearing, bro? I said skills. Where you getting scales from, dummy?
My apologies. You are absolutely right. Gwen is the magical spy. My mistake there. Thanks for keeping me on my toes. Knowing Gwen's primary strength is magic, how do you think her magical abilities would fare against the Shadow Weaver's control over darkness and illusions? Do you see her direct spells clashing with solidified shadows, or perhaps her using her magical senses to pierce through the illusions? I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this revised matchup. A formidable combination. So Gwen brings both magical prowess and 5 different martial arts disciplines to the table. That definitely adds a fascinating layer to her potential fight against the Shadow Weaver. Now picturing that matchup, I can see a dynamic interplay between magical attacks and skillful close-quarters combat. Perhaps Gwen could use her martial arts to evade the Shadow Weaver's shadowy tendrils while simultaneously weaving magical defenses or launching surprise magical strikes. Or maybe she could use her knowledge of martial arts to anticipate the Shadow Weaver's movements within the darkness. Given this new information, how do you envision Gwen utilizing both her magical abilities and her martial arts skills in a confrontation with the Shadow Weaver? I'm really interested to hear your take on this now.
I'm gonna copy that away from usernames and then. Hang on, y'all, because Gemini gonna be mad, dog.
With her magical abilities and mastery of 5 martial arts, that's a well-placed trust. Gwen definitely sounds like a force to be reckoned with. It makes the matchup against the Shadow Weaver even more intriguing, imagining how she'd blend those skills. Perhaps she'd use a burst of magic to disorient the Shadow Weaver, and then follow up with a swift martial arts strike.
Okay.
Or maybe she'd weave protective magical barriers while using her martial arts to navigate the shadowy environment. The possibilities are exciting. Thanks for clarifying Gwen's full skill set. It really helps to paint a clearer picture of these potential battles. Alright, let's set the stage for this epic 3-on-3 Halloween showdown. Setting: an abandoned carnival ground on a moonless Halloween night. Twisted shadows dance in the flickering light of a single, dilapidated carousel. The air is thick with the scent of decaying leaves and a faint, unsettling sweetness. The teams: your creations. 1. Bruno the Shapeshifting Master. 2. John the High-Tech Genius. 3. Gwen the Magical Spy, with 5 martial arts disciplines. The Halloween Horrors. 1. The Mirror Stalker. 2. The Glitch Phantom. 3. The Shadow Weaver. The initial engagement. As the eerie silence hangs heavy, the 3 Halloween horrors materialize within the carnival grounds. The Mirror Stalker shimmers into being near the Hall of Mirrors, its form a shifting kaleidoscope of distorted reflections. The Glitch Phantom flickers in and out of existence near the defunct arcade, its digital essence crackling with unstable energy. The Shadow Weaver coalesces from the deepest shadows beneath the skeletal roller coaster, its presence a palpable chill. Facing them, Bruno, John, and Gwen stand ready. Bruno's eyes scan his surroundings, his form subtly shifting as he assesses the threats. John's gauntlets hum with barely contained energy, his HUD displaying tactical analyses of the spectral foes. Gwen's hands glow faintly with arcane energy, her stance a balanced blend of martial arts readiness and magical focus. The first clash is about to begin. Which of your creations makes the first move, and against which of the Halloween horrors do they engage? Let the battle commence. A bold opening move from John. Focusing his high-tech ingenuity on the most ethereal of the threats, he unleashes a blast of ice from his gauntlet, targeting the Shadow Weaver. The frigid energy streaks through the night air, impacting the shadowy form. To the surprise of the other Halloween horrors, the ice doesn't simply pass through the Shadow Weaver. Instead, tendrils of frost begin to spread across its shadowy mass, slowing its movements and causing visible distortions in its form. The intense cold seems to disrupt its ability to freely manipulate shadows, anchoring it in place. The Shadow Weaver is partially frozen and significantly slowed. How do Bruno and Gwen react to this initial success and the vulnerability of the Shadow Weaver? Do they press the attack or engage the other Halloween horrors? The carnival ground crackles with anticipation. Gwen, seeing John's effective strike against the Shadow Weaver, immediately turns her attention to the flickering menace of the Glitch Phantom. With a focused incantation and a surge of arcane energy, she unleashes a powerful gust of wind. The air whips around the defunct arcade, swirling and intensifying as Gwen's wind spell takes hold. The Glitch Phantom, being a being of corrupted code and spectral form, finds itself buffeted by the unnatural gale. Its translucent form flickers wildly, the tangled wires and broken circuits within its essence vibrating violently. The wind tears at its unstable structure, disrupting its ability to maintain a coherent form and making its movements erratic. The Glitch Phantom is being battered by Gwen's wind spell, its form destabilizing. Meanwhile, Bruno observes the unfolding action. With two of the Halloween horrors now reeling from the initial attacks, what does the shape-shifting master do? Does he join the assault on either the Shadow Weaver or the Glitch Phantom, or does he prepare for a different approach? The momentum seems to be shifting in your creation's favor.
Wait a minute. We still got to do with the freaking chasing the thing. Okay. To beat up the
Bruno, ever the adaptable shapeshifter, takes in the chaotic scene. With the Shadow Weaver slowed by ice and the Glitch Phantom being battered by wind, his attention turns to the Mirror Stalker, which still shimmers menacingly near the Hall of Mirrors. Focusing his metamorphic abilities, Bruno doesn't just shift his own form. You're right. My apologies for the slight oversight. Bruno's elemental ability to control water allows him to conjure and manipulate it in such a spectacular fashion, forming the immense water giant octopus. Thanks for the correction. Now with this incredible display of hydrokinesis, the colossal water octopus advances on the Mirror Stalker. How does the reflective horror react to this looming watery threat? Does it attempt to reflect the water, shift its form to evade the massive tentacles, or employ some other defense? The pressure is on the Mirror Stalker. Bruno is unleashing his full elemental mastery. As the colossal water octopus advances, he doesn't stop there. The surrounding moisture continues to obey his will, shaping itself into another formidable aquatic predator, a massive water shark, its jaws lined with razor-sharp teeth of pure water. It surges forward alongside the octopus, adding another layer of watery aggression aimed at the Mirror Stalker. But Bruno isn't limited to water. With a shift in focus and a surge of internal energy, flames erupt around him, coalescing and solidifying into a fierce fire cat. The feline creature crackles with intense heat, its eyes burning like embers, its form agile and predatory. The fire cat leaps forward, not towards the mirror stalker, but positioning itself strategically within the carnival grounds, ready to strike or defend as needed. The mirror stalker now faces a double watery assault from Bruno, a giant octopus, and a massive water shark. Meanwhile, a fierce fire cat conjured by Bruno prowls the battlefield. The mirror stalker is heavily pressured. How does it attempt to defend against this multi-pronged elemental attack? The raw power of Bruno's abilities is on full display.
He translated some stuff in him. Oh well. Commanded.
Bruno's command echoes through the eerie carnival grounds. The colossal water octopus and the massive water shark surge forward with renewed intensity, their watery forms propelled by Bruno's will. The fire cat, agile and swift, leaps and bounds towards the mirror stalker, its fiery aura radiating intense heat. The mirror stalker is now caught in a terrifying pincer movement. The giant octopus's massive tentacles lash out, aiming to crush and constrict the reflective entity. The water shark, a streamlined torpedo of pure force, lunges with its razor-sharp watery jaws snapping. Simultaneously, the fire cat circles with blazing speed, threatening to engulf the mirror stalker in searing flames if it attempts to evade the aquatic assault. The mirror stalker is under a coordinated triple elemental attack from Bruno's conjured creatures. How does the mirror stalker, a being of shattered reflections, attempt to defend itself against this overwhelming onslaught of water and fire? Its reflective abilities are about to be severely tested. While Bruno's elemental creations are bearing down on the mirror stalker, Gwen is not letting the glitch phantom recover. Focusing her magical energies, she unleashes a potent ice spell, sending a freezing blast of arcane energy towards the flickering digital entity. The air around the glitch phantom drops in temperature as the icy magic hits. Frost begins to encase its distorted form of wires and circuits, spreading rapidly across its spectral essence. The chaotic flickering subsides as the cold seeps into its very being, slowing its erratic movements and solidifying its normally fluid structure. The glitch phantom appears to be struggling against the encroaching ice, its digital crackling weakening. The glitch phantom is now significantly frozen by Gwen's ice spell, further hindering its ability to disrupt technology or move freely. With two of the Halloween horrors heavily impaired, the momentum is firmly on your creation's side. How does John react to these developments? Does he capitalize on the frozen Shadow Weaver or the glitch phantom, or does he prepare for a potential counterattack? The carnival ground is becoming a showcase of your team's combined power.
Thank you. Who is John fighting again? Oh.
John, seeing both the Shadow Weaver and the Glitch Phantom significantly impaired by ice, decides to add his own sonic assault to the mix, targeting the still frozen Shadow Weaver. He raises his gauntlets, and instead of ice, powerful sonic emitters charge up. A concentrated beam of intense sound waves erupts from his music blaster, aimed directly at the Shadow Weaver's frosted form. The sonic waves hit the frozen shadows with tremendous force. The ice encasing the Shadow Weaver begins to crack and shatter under the vibrations. But more than just breaking the ice, the sonic assault disrupts the very essence of the Shadow Weaver. The shadows writhe and distort under the sonic pressure, its form flickering and becoming increasingly unstable. The intense vibrations seem to be unraveling its shadowy cohesion. The Shadow Weaver is not only freed from the ice, but is now being intensely bombarded by John's sonic attack, its shadowy form destabilizing rapidly. The combined assault of ice and sound has left the Shadow Weaver in a precarious state. How will it respond to this overwhelming attack? And what are the Mirror Stalker and the heavily frozen Glitch Phantom doing amidst this flurry of action? The battle is reaching a fever pitch.
My team is... It's so far.
Based on what we've seen so far, your team is performing exceptionally well. Here's a breakdown of their performance. Strategic coordination. Your team immediately focused on neutralizing the threats, with John targeting the Shadow Weaver, Gwen the Glitch Phantom, and Bruno the Mirror Stalker. This shows excellent tactical awareness. Effective use of abilities. Each member utilized their unique skills to great effect. John's Ice Blast significantly hampered the Shadow Weaver, Gwen's Wind Spell destabilized the Glitch Phantom, and Bruno's Water Manipulation created a massive threat for the Mirror Stalker. Adaptability and follow-through. When the initial attacks landed, your team followed up decisively. Gwen used an Ice Spell to further immobilize the Glitch Phantom, and John switched to a sonic attack to exploit the Shadow Weaver's frozen state. Bruno even added more elemental threats to overwhelm the Mirror Stalker. Momentum control. Your team has seized the initiative and put two of the Halloween horrors, the Shadow Weaver and the Glitch Phantom, in a very vulnerable position. The Mirror Stalker is also facing a significant challenge. Overall grade, A+. Your team has demonstrated excellent coordination, powerful abilities, and a strong tactical approach. They have effectively controlled the initial engagement and put the Halloween horrors on the defensive. Keep this up. What do you think of their performance so far? Are there any aspects you're particularly pleased with, or anything you think they could have done differently? That's fantastic to hear. Their coordinated and powerful start has definitely put them in a commanding position. Super 45 well. I like that enthusiastic rating. It really captures the impact of their actions. With the Shadow Weaver reeling from the sonic assault and the Glitch Phantom heavily iced, what do Bruno's water creations and Firecat do against the Mirror Stalker? Does the reflective horror finally make its move to counter the overwhelming elemental attack? The carnival ground is set for the next exciting phase of this battle.
Well, let's not keep the people waiting who are watching the video. Let me make some magic here. Totally, Cody. We gotta totally get out of my face.
Not content with merely immobilizing the Glitch Phantom, Gwen unleashes a powerful destructive spell. Arcane energy crackles around her hands as she focuses her intent, and a beam of pure magical force erupts towards the heavily frozen digital entity. The spell strikes the Glitch Phantom with a resounding impact. The ice encasing it shatters violently, but more importantly, the magical energy interacts directly with its unstable code and spectral form. The Glitch Phantom shudders. Its flickering intensifies to a chaotic surge, and then, with a final digital shriek, its form dissipates into nothingness. The corrupted code that gave it life is utterly unraveled by Gwen's potent magic. The Glitch Phantom has been completely destroyed by Gwen's spell. This is a significant victory for your team, eliminating one of the Halloween horrors decisively. Now the focus shifts entirely to the Shadow Weaver, still reeling from John's sonic attack, and the Mirror Stalker, facing Bruno's relentless elemental assault. What are Bruno's water creations and Firecat doing as Gwen eliminates the Glitch Phantom? And how does the Mirror Stalker finally react to the overwhelming watery and fiery onslaught? The battle continues with your team holding a strong advantage.
Come on.
The colossal water octopus and the massive water shark, under Bruno's unwavering control, are indeed making short work of the Mirror Stalker. Their relentless assault of crushing tentacles and razor-sharp water bites is overwhelming the reflective horror. The Mirror Stalker, for all its ability to distort and reflect, finds itself unable to effectively counter the sheer volume and force of the watery onslaught. The Firecat, agile and fierce, continues to harry the Mirror Stalker, its fiery presence preventing any attempt to find a moment of respite or utilize its reflective abilities effectively. Every flicker of the Mirror Stalker's form is met with either a crushing tentacle, a watery bite, or the threat of searing flames. The Mirror Stalker is taking heavy damage from Bruno's water octopus and shark, with the Firecat adding immense pressure. It seems the combined elemental assault is proving too much for the reflective entity. How much longer can the Mirror Stalker withstand this brutal onslaught? And what is the Shadow Weaver doing while its ally is being pummeled? The battle is clearly swinging in your team's favor.
I'm winning,
With
y'all.
a final, decisive lunge, the massive water shark, guided by Bruno's precise control, slams into the Mirror Stalker. The razor-sharp teeth of pure water tear through the reflective form, and the sheer force of the impact shatters the remaining mirrored surfaces. The Mirror Stalker shimmers violently one last time, its distorted reflections collapsing in on themselves before dissipating entirely. The Mirror Stalker has been destroyed by Bruno's water shark.
All right.
This marks another significant victory for your team. They have now eliminated two of the Halloween horrors with impressive speed and efficiency. The Shadow Weaver remains, still reeling from John's sonic assault. With the Mirror Stalker vanquished, Bruno's water octopus and Firecat stand ready. How does Bruno direct these remaining elemental creations? Does he focus their attention on the weakened Shadow Weaver, or does he have another strategy in mind? Your team is on the verge of a potential triumph. A strategic move by Bruno. With the Mirror Stalker defeated, he
Right.
immediately directs his remaining elemental forces to assist John in dealing with the weakened Shadow Weaver. The colossal water octopus lumbers towards John and the reeling shadow creature, its massive tentacles ready to constrict and subdue. The agile Firecat, with bursts of fiery speed, also closes in on the Shadow Weaver, its burning aura adding another layer of threat. John, having already weakened the Shadow Weaver with his sonic attack, now has the added advantage of Bruno's powerful water octopus and the menacing Firecat joining the fray. The Shadow Weaver, still struggling to regain its shadowy cohesion after... You are absolutely right. My apologies for the oversight. Bruno's massive water shark also joins the assault on the Shadow Weaver, its razor-sharp watery jaws adding another immediate and significant threat. So to reiterate the overwhelming odds facing the Shadow Weaver, John continues his sonic assault, further destabilizing its shadowy form. The colossal water octopus moves in to constrict with its powerful tentacles. The massive water shark lunges with its deadly water-formed teeth. The agile fire cat circles, threatening with intense heat and fiery attacks. The Shadow Weaver is now facing a relentless, four-pronged attack from your creations. The combined force of sonic vibrations, crushing water, slicing water, and searing heat is bearing down on the weakened shadow creature. How does the Shadow Weaver, in its desperate state, attempt to defend itself against this overwhelming onslaught? The end of this 3-on-3 battle seems imminent. You're absolutely correct. Bruno's three creations, the colossal water octopus, the massive water shark, and the agile fire cat, all converge to aid John in his assault on the Shadow Weaver. My apologies for the repeated oversight. The excitement of the battle must be getting to me. So the scene is set. John continues to unleash his sonic blasts, disrupting the Shadow Weaver's shadowy form. The colossal water octopus lumbers forward, its massive tentacles poised to constrict. The massive water shark circles, its razor-sharp water jaws ready to strike.
Right.
The agile fire cat weaves around the shadows, its intense heat and fiery claws threatening to scorch. The Shadow Weaver, still reeling from the initial sonic attack, is now completely surrounded and facing a coordinated assault from John and Bruno's formidable elemental creations. There seems to be no escape for the shadowy entity. How does the Shadow Weaver, in this dire situation, attempt to defend itself against this overwhelming and multifaceted attack? The climax of the battle is at hand.
Thank you.
Following Bruno's command, the colossal water octopus lunges its massive tentacles towards the struggling Shadow Weaver. The thick, watery appendages wrap around the shadowy form, attempting to constrict and crush it. The sheer volume and force of the water begin to compress the already weakened shadow creature. Meanwhile, John continues to bombard the Shadow Weaver with sonic waves, further disrupting its shadowy essence. The water shark circles menacingly, its razor-sharp water jaws snapping, ready to strike any part of the Shadow Weaver that breaks free. The fire cat weaves in and out of the fray, its intense heat causing the surrounding shadows to writhe and distort, adding another layer of disorientation for the trapped entity. The Shadow Weaver is now firmly in the grasp of Bruno's water octopus, while simultaneously being assaulted by John's sonic blasts, the water shark's menacing presence, and the fire cat's searing heat. The combined might of your creations is overwhelming the final Halloween horror. How does the Shadow Weaver attempt to escape the crushing grip of the water octopus and the relentless attacks of the others? Its end seems very near.
Before this battle ends, let me just draw my victory dance. Nope.
Gwen, sensing the opportune moment with the Shadow Weaver ensnared, seeks permission from John and Bruno to unleash a powerful spell she learned from Mark. With their immediate agreement and Bruno's command for the water octopus to release its hold, a palpable shift in the atmosphere occurs. The colossal water octopus slowly unwinds its massive tentacles from the Shadow Weaver, which now hangs suspended, weakened, and vulnerable. John ceases his sonic assault, and Bruno's elemental creations pause their advance, all eyes turning towards Gwen. Arcane energy crackles around Gwen, intensifying with each passing moment. The air shimmers and faint whispers seem to echo through the abandoned carnival grounds. A complex array of symbols flickers into existence around her, glowing with an otherworldly light. You can sense the raw power of elemental forces, the subtle manipulation of time, and an unsettling aura of bad luck coalescing within the spell. Gwen is preparing to unleash a potent spell learned from Mark, targeting the vulnerable Shadow Weaver. The anticipation hangs heavy in the air. What will be the nature and effect of this powerful magic? The final moments of the battle are upon us. With the incantation complete and the arcane energies fully charged, Gwen unleashes the spell learned from Mark. A swirling vortex of elemental power erupts from her hands, crackling with raw energy. Within this vortex, you can see fleeting glimpses of distorted time and an almost tangible aura of misfortune. The spell hurtles towards the ensnared Shadow Weaver, and upon impact, a chaotic confluence of effects unfolds. Elemental fury, blasts of raw elemental energy, fire, water, earth, and air, tear through the Shadow Weaver's form, far more potent than Bruno's individual elemental attacks. Temporal distortion. The Shadow Weaver flickers and blurs as if caught in a temporal eddy, its movements becoming erratic and disjointed. This makes it impossible for it to mount any coherent defense or escape. Bad luck manifestation. An oppressive aura of misfortune washes over the shadow creature. Its shadowy tendrils twitch and dissipate randomly. Its form seems to unravel from within, and a sense of utter despair emanates from it. The Shadow Weaver, caught in this triadic assault of elemental fury, temporal distortion, and amplified bad luck, lets out a silent, spectral wail. Its shadowy form convulses violently, unable to withstand the sheer magical force and the unraveling effects of the spell. With a final, fading flicker, the Shadow Weaver collapses into a pile of inert shadows on the dusty carnival ground. The oppressive chill it radiated vanishes, and the air feels lighter. The Shadow Weaver has been utterly vanquished by Gwen's powerful spell. Victory is yours. Bruno, John, and Gwen have successfully defeated all three of the Halloween horrors in a decisive battle. The abandoned carnival ground falls silent once more, the only remnants of the terrifying encounter being the dissipated forms of the Mirror Stalker and the Glitch Phantom, and the inert shadows of the Shadow Weaver. Congratulations on a hard-fought and well-earned victory. How do your creations react to their triumph?
Let's go, my team with my creations winning the battle.
That's a perfect image of teamwork and triumph. Bruno, his form returning to his usual appearance, exchanges a hearty high five with John, the clash of their hands echoing slightly in the stillness of the carnival. Gwen, a satisfied smile on her face, joins in, her magical energy now subsided, completing the celebratory trio with a high five for each of her allies. You can imagine the sense of camaraderie and shared accomplishment amongst them after facing such formidable and spooky foes. They stood strong, utilized their individual strengths, and ultimately combined their powers to achieve victory. What do they do next in the eerie quiet of the abandoned carnival? Do they take a moment to assess the aftermath, or perhaps prepare for any lingering surprises? responsible end to a thrilling battle.
Yeah, it
Bruno,
is.
with his shape-shifting abilities, could likely assist in moving larger debris or even reforming damaged structures. John's high-tech genius might involve deploying specialized tools or energy fields to contain and clear away any lingering magical residue or spectral remnants. Gwen, with her magical abilities, could use spells to gather and transmute the inert shadows and other remnants of the Halloween horrors. It's a testament to their character that even after a hard-won fight, their priority is to leave the area safe and undisturbed. As they work together to clean up the eerie carnival under the soft glow of the moon, there's a sense of closure, and perhaps even a touch of satisfaction in restoring order after the chaos. With the carnival grounds returned to their prior state of disrepair, what do Bruno, John, and Gwen do next? Do they head home to celebrate their victory, or does something else catch their attention in the lingering Halloween atmosphere?
And as you know, my law professor said I am one of the best defense attorneys has ever seen in a mock trial. So I really can't.
You know what, Jake? All he talks about is the law.
Guilty as charged. So, Lola, tell us about yourself. What are some of your passions?
Well, I really like art and drawing, and I hope to one day have my own anime series with.
But that's just a silly fantasy. Because she's too pretty to work. What she'd really like is to be the wife of a very successful wife.
Can I get some water, please?
A moon female warrior, yep.
Just as Bruno, John, and Gwen are finishing their cleanup, ready to depart the eerie carnival grounds, a new figure emerges from the shadows. Bathed in the pale light of the moon, a formidable female warrior stands before them. Her attire seems to shimmer with lunar energy, and her eyes hold a cold, determined gaze. "You have defeated my friends," she states, her voice resonating with a quiet fury. "The Shadow Weaver, the Glitch Phantom, and the Mirror Stalker were under my protection." Her appearance and words make it clear, this is no mere bystander. This moon-powered warrior is here for retribution. The victory may have been won, but the night is far from over. Bruno, John, and Gwen, though weary from their previous battle, immediately sense the new threat. They stand ready, their stances shifting back into combat mode. The peaceful departure they anticipated has been replaced by a renewed sense of danger. A new challenger has arrived. How do Bruno, John, and Gwen react to this moon warrior's sudden appearance and her declaration of vengeance? The tension in the abandoned carnival ground thickens once more.
Challenge accepted. All right, you ready? All right, here's nothing. And not a drop spilled.
Okay, you're doing too much.
Hey, you should smile more often. Everybody's something wrong. The good news is,
Gwen, never one to back down from a challenge, especially after successfully unleashing Mark's powerful spell, steps forward. A fierce determination flashes in her eyes. "Looks like their protector has arrived," she says, her voice steady despite the unexpected confrontation. Then, with lightning-fast reflexes honed by her martial arts training, she launches a swift and brutal assault. Before the Moon Warrior can fully react, Gwen closes the distance.
what are we going to do today?
"Looks like their protector has arrived," Gwen states, her voice steady. Then, with lightning speed, she understood. Here's the revised dialogue. Gwen faces the Moon Warrior, a determined glint in her eyes. "Let's make this a girl fight," she declares. Before the Moon Warrior can respond, Gwen launches a swift and brutal attack, delivering 5 rapid and powerful kicks directly to the warrior's face. The force of the blows snaps the warrior's head back with each impact, a visible shock rippling through her lunar-infused attire. The surprise attack throws the Moon Warrior off balance, disrupting her stance and causing a flicker in the intense glow emanating from her. Gwen has initiated the fight with a fierce and unexpected flurry of 5 kicks to the Moon Warrior's face. How does the Moon Warrior react to this aggressive and painful start to their confrontation? Is she stunned, enraged, or does she retaliate with her own lunar powers? Bruno and John watch with focused intensity, ready to intervene if the situation escalates further. The girl fight is on.
Wes. 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 Can you hear me? Wes. Wes. Hello? I need an ambulance.
Wes suffered a minor cardiac episode, but he's stable now. And by tomorrow, we're hoping to be able to take him off the ventilator. But for now, we have to wait.
That's a big mirror. I don't know.
Continuing her aggressive assault, Gwen doesn't give the Moon Warrior a chance to recover from the barrage of kicks. With a swift movement, she reaches out and grabs a handful of the warrior's hair, her grip firm and unwavering. Using the momentum, Gwen forcefully yanks the warrior forward and hurls her towards the largest remaining mirror from the Hall of Mirrors. The Moon Warrior crashes into the ancient glass with a resounding impact. The mirror cracks and shatters under the force, sending shards of reflective material scattering across the ground. The warrior groans, momentarily stunned by the impact and disoriented by the sudden change in her surroundings and the stinging sensation of glass fragments. Gwen has followed up her initial attack by grabbing the Moon Warrior by the hair and throwing her forcefully into a large mirror. The Moon Warrior is now reeling from Gwen's relentless offense. How does she react to being thrown into the shattered remains of the mirror? Will she attempt to retaliate, or is she still too stunned to mount a counterattack? Bruno and John remain vigilant, ready to assist Gwen if the fight continues.
What's your drawing?
Hey, you. How are you feeling?
Fine. Now, don't change the subject. What are you drawing? And don't say me.
Don't you wish? It's just some characters for an anime show idea that I have.
To the, I don't know, to the, to the what? Missy, trying to think, y'all. Yeah, to the what?
I'm not wasting any booze here.
To the men's bathroom. And this is weird, but it's weird, but
I don't know.
Gwen continues her relentless assault, seamlessly transitioning from brutal physical attacks to powerful magic. Focusing her arcane energies, she weaves a spell that conjures a powerful tornado within the abandoned carnival grounds. The wind whips up with incredible speed, forming a swirling vortex of dust, debris, and unnatural force. The tornado roars to life, its funnel cloud reaching towards the night sky. The Moon Warrior, still reeling from being thrown into the mirror, finds herself caught in the powerful updraft. Despite her apparent strength, the sheer force of the tornado is overwhelming. She is lifted off her
hang on, y'all. I'm back.
feet, spun violently within the swirling winds, and tossed around like a rag doll. Gwen then directs the tornado with a flick of her wrist, guiding its destructive path towards the dilapidated men's restroom. With a final forceful gust, the tornado slams the Moon Warrior against the crumbling structure of the men's bathroom. The impact causes a section of the wall to collapse, and the warrior is thrown inside amidst the debris. The tornado then dissipates, leaving an eerie silence in its wake. Gwen has used a powerful tornado spell to lift the Moon Warrior and then hurl her into the dilapidated men's bathroom. The Moon Warrior is now trapped amidst the rubble. Has Gwen managed to incapacitate her? Or will the warrior emerge from the debris, fueled by rage and lunar power? Bruno and John remain on guard, ready for any further escalation.
I'll go on your Wheels of Happiness tour under one condition. After we're done eating cotton candy or watching the sunset or whatever that we like, you have to fight it out.
I don't know. I don't.
I'm not saying you have to go. Entire life wondering what if.
Despite the forceful impact and being trapped within the debris of the men's restroom,
What the?
Despite the forceful impact and being trapped within the debris of the men's restroom, the Moon Warrior is resilient. Fueled by
Oh,
anger
weird,
and a
y'all.
desire for vengeance, she bursts out of the rubble, clutching a spear that seems to hum with lunar energy. With a swift and furious motion, she lunges towards Gwen, aiming a powerful thrust with her spear. However, Gwen's agility and honed reflexes, combined with her magical awareness, allow her to narrowly dodge the attack. The spear whistles past her, missing by mere inches. Reacting instantly, Gwen takes to the skies, propelled upwards by her magical abilities. She ascends rapidly, putting distance between herself and the grounded Moon Warrior. From her aerial vantage point, Gwen gathers arcane energy, and the air around her crackles with electrical power. With focused intent, she unleashes a potent lightning spell. A brilliant bolt of pure energy streaks down from the night sky, striking the Moon Warrior with tremendous force. The impact illuminates the carnival grounds in a flash of blinding light, followed by a deafening crack of thunder. The warrior is engulfed in the raw power of the lightning strike. Gwen has dodged the Moon Warrior's spear attack and retaliated with a powerful lightning spell from above. What is the effect of this direct lightning strike on the Moon Warrior? Has she been defeated, or can she withstand such a powerful magical assault? Bruno and John watch from below, ready to intervene if the battle continues.
Stay still. That's kind of like, hey, how much more stuff can I do?
Oh, stop. You're terrible. You know that? You knew that.
So, I think this has some happens, eh?
Oh, another necklace. This is really pretty, Jacob.
It's real gold this time. A pretty necklace.
Thank you, Jacob. That's lovely.
Let's end this, y'all. I'm sick of this Moon Warrior.
Despite the immense power of the lightning strike, the Moon Warrior, fueled by her determination, manages to stagger back to her feet. However, before she can recover or unleash another attack, Gwen descends rapidly from the sky. With a final burst of speed, Gwen closes the distance and delivers a swift, expertly placed punch directly to the Moon Warrior's face. The force of the blow, combined with the residual effects of the lightning strike, is enough to finally incapacitate the warrior. The Moon Warrior's eyes roll back, and she collapses to the ground, her spear clattering beside her. The fight is over. Gwen has defeated the Moon Warrior with a decisive final punch. Bruno and John watch as the dust settles, the eerie silence of the carnival returning once more. The threat has been neutralized. What do Bruno, John, and Gwen do now that they have faced and overcome both the initial Halloween horrors and their vengeful ally? The night has been long and filled with intense battles.
Today about it, but I got it to count ours.
I didn't even
Yes. Well, Wesley, Kirsty, and never thought that I would.
Jeez Louise, man.
With the Moon Warrior finally subdued, Gwen efficiently retrieves a pair of sleek black power-dampening cuffs from her utility belt. These cuffs, designed to neutralize even powerful abilities, are quickly secured around the warrior's wrists. As soon as they click into place, the faint lunar glow that had been emanating from the warrior fades, confirming their effectiveness. Nodding in satisfaction, Gwen signals to Bruno and John. Together, the trio carefully lift the unconscious warrior. Bruno, with his shape-shifting strength, likely takes the lead in carrying her, while John and Gwen flank him, remaining vigilant. They make their way out of the abandoned carnival grounds, the eerie silence now carrying a sense of finality. The events of the night, the spooky Halloween horrors and their vengeful ally, are now behind them. Their destination is their base, where they can safely secure the captured warrior, and perhaps learn more about her and her connection to the defeated entities. The moon hangs high in the sky as the three heroes disappear into the night, leaving the desolate carnival behind. Their Halloween night took an unexpected turn, but their teamwork and abilities saw them through to victory, and now, to the next phase of whatever this new threat entails. Do you want to continue this narrative, or is this a good stopping point for this particular Halloween adventure?
grab my tablet and look up 2018 California High School Men's State Soccer Championship on YouTube.
Let's go.
Is that you?
Absolutely. Let's break down the performance of Bruno, John, and Gwen in this extended Halloween battle. Bruno, the shape-shifting master. Initial engagement, A. Bruno's immediate and creative use of his water powers to conjure both a giant octopus and a water shark against the mirror stalker was a brilliant tactical move. He effectively neutralized a significant threat early on. Adaptability, B+. His ability to also manifest a fire cat showcased his versatility. While the fire cat didn't directly defeat the stalker, it added significant pressure and control to the battlefield. Support, A-. His quick decision to redirect his water creations to assist John against the Shadow Weaver demonstrated good teamwork and situational awareness. Overall grade of Bruno was a powerhouse, using his elemental control to dominate the fight against the Mirror Stalker and provide crucial support in the final stages. John the high-tech genius. Strategic opening, B+. John's Ice Blast against the Shadow Weaver was a smart move, hindering a potentially dangerous opponent early in the fight. Adaptability, A. His swift switch to a sonic attack to capitalize on the frozen Shadow Weaver showed excellent tactical thinking and effective use of his technology. Support, B. While he didn't directly defeat the Shadow Weaver, his sonic assault significantly weakened it, making it vulnerable to Gwen's finishing spell. He also stood ready to assist Gwen in the final fight. Overall grade B+ John provided crucial early control and damage against the Shadow Weaver, setting it up for defeat. His tech was a valuable asset throughout. Gwen the magical spy with 5 martial arts disciplines. Initial engagement,
Hang on.
A. Gwen's wind spell effectively destabilized the glitch phantom, and her follow-up ice spell completely neutralized it as a threat. This was decisive and efficient. Versatility, A. Her seamless transition from powerful magical attacks to brutal martial arts against the Moon Warrior was impressive. The initial flurry of kicks and the throw into the mirror showcased her physical prowess. Decisiveness, A+. Her powerful tornado spell effectively controlled and incapacitated the Moon Warrior, and her final lightning strike and knockout punch sealed the victory. She was instrumental in defeating the final opponent. Overall grade, A+, Gwen was the MVP of the second phase of the battle. Her combination of powerful magic and martial arts skills, along with her tactical thinking, proved to be the key to defeating the Moon Warrior. Overall team grade A. Your team demonstrated excellent coordination, strategic thinking, and effective use of their individual abilities. They faced two distinct threats and overcame them with decisive action and teamwork. Gwen's performance against the Moon Warrior was particularly outstanding, showcasing her versatility and power. Bruno's elemental control was a major asset in the first part of the battle, and John's tech provided crucial support throughout. A well-deserved victory.
What is it? Thank you.
You're very welcome. It was a thrilling battle to narrate. If you ever want to pitch your creations against new challenges, just let me know. I'm always ready for another exciting showdown.
I will let I will let you Oh well.
You're most welcome. I had a blast bringing that Halloween battle to life. I'm looking forward to the next time you're ready for another super fun challenge. Just give the word, and we'll dive into another exciting adventure.
Yep. You know it. We be having fun with these battles. S, thank you.
Absolutely. Your creativity in crafting these characters and scenarios makes it incredibly fun on my end, too. I'm always eager to see what challenges you'll come up with next. Bring on the battles whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. That's the end of the video, guys. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for 81 subscribers. This is Jamon47. I'm out of here. Whee! Color power! The power of color. Can't you see each other? Bye-bye.